Mataji. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandot Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shamagari Mataji, Danut Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice to see you, Mataji. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Danut Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every single day without fail, giving your association. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept
Hare-
my obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, Danat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and all glories to your wonderful services. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandharvika Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, and all glories to all the assembled devotees. Danvat pranams to you too. Hare Krishna. This is Kiran
Hare
Goel
Krishna.
from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Kiran Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, all the calls, and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. My Dandvat Pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to our Guru and Gauranga. This is Sushmita from Mississauga, Canada.
Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and all glories to your wonderful services. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. We have still time. Anybody want to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 7th chapter, 48th verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I request Balabhadra Kripa Prabhu to take over from here and give a brief introduction about speaker Samik Rishi Prabhu. Balabhadra Kripa Prabhu. Yes, it's there. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, over to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dano Pranam to you and all the assembled Vaishnavas. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Gauranga. Mataji, very, very nice morning session. Mataji, I was unable to find. Okay, you got it. Okay. I don't know, I went there, but some reason, sometime. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
I sent it, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, got it. Thank you, Mataji, so much. Very merciful. So there is a brief introduction for our very dear Samik Rishi Maharaj. Maharaj is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Being a doctor by profession, he has done immense services to the devotee community and served the society by donating for lots of projects. For example, he donated the deities in a Philadelphia temple, and he made 3,000 temple units that serve as an altar in the villages. He also served as temple president of ISKCON, New Jersey for 15 years. Maharaj is known for his simplicity and humility, and he is now an initiating guru in ISKCON. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for that brief introduction. Hare Krishna. I think Prabhuji did not yet join. I don't see Prabhuji. Yeah.
Prabhuji is coming, Mataji.
Yeah, okay. In meanwhile, if somebody want to introduce themselves, they can go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj. This is Radharaman Das from Delaware.
Hare Krishna, Radharaman Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Mataji, did anyone approach Maharaj?
Yes, Shyama Gauri Mataji is in contact with
Okay,
Maharaj.
okay.
Maharaj will be joining in 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
In couple
Okay,
of minutes.
Maharaj
maybe.
Yeah, otherwise I could call Maharaj and then. Okay, that's fine. If you already did. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maharaj joined. Yeah.
Join, yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for giving your association and blessing all of us. Hare Krishna. Today's verses are 7th canto, 7th chapter, 40th verse. Hare Krishna. Yeah, unmute yourself, please. Thank you, Maharaj.
Can
Hare Krishna.
you hear? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful nursing there. Okay. So I can start now, right?
Yes, please. Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnantimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणासिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदान्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नहीं सती जी नहीं है, सीता नहीं है। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्य अलख प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमः ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to speak on this wonderful teachings of Srimad Prahlad Maharaj to his students. So just for a little bit background about these verses of this chapter, that Prahlad Maharaj is meeting with his students, classmates, schoolmates, and they have asked, they were all studying at Sandhan Amar school. So they are saying that we are dependent on this Sunday number, and especially you always live with us. So how did you learn all this here from this Narad Muni? He's saying that I learned this all the instruction from Narad Muni. So how did you meet Narad Muni? How did you learn all this? So Prahlad Maharaj is narrating all of those things to them. So Prahlad Maharaj remembered the words of the Narad Muni. He spoke to him. Prahlad Maharaj spoke to his friends as follows. The demigods, they attack the demons. And because Hiranyakashipu was doing so much austerities for almost 1,000 celestial years. So he was there, and then Kayadu was caught up by Indra. Indra arrested Kayadhu and took her. But then Narad Muni, he appeared there and saw her crying. Then Narad Muni stopped Indra that please, she is sinless and she is a very chaste wife of another man. You should not drag her off in this merciless way. Release her immediately. And Indra told his plans to Narad. She is carrying the seed of a great demon, and let her remain in our custody until her child is delivered, and then we shall release her to kill the child. Indra's plan was to kill the child as soon as he was born. He expected the child to be another great demon like his father, Hiranyakashipu. So Narad said about the child that he is a great devotee and release him immediately. Because Indra is kind of like the devotees who understand the Vaishnava Aparadha. And he says that if I kill him, Bhagavat, Prahlad Maharaj is a Bhagavat. Out of these 12 Bhagavatas, he is also there. So there is a obedience to the Parampara. The demigods are exalted. They were obedient to Narad Muni and accepted his authority statements. So this is called understanding by the Parampara system. So Narad Muni brought her to his ashram, and he was very, very merciful, and he was instructing the mother and the child at the same time in the womb. So child, one can learn just like Abhimanyu learned in the womb. So these instructions on religion and transcendental knowledge, could be learned even in the womb. So now particularly these words we will read, and 7th canto, text number 40, canto 7, chapter 7. So these are the talks between Prahlad Maharaj and the school teachers or school students. Text number 40. Evam hi loka kratuvi kratami Shayishnavah Satishayana Nirmalaha Tasmad Adrasta Sruta Dushanam Param Bhaktyokta Yesham Vachatatma Labdaye. There are important like Satishayaha, although more comfortable and pleasing, Utkaya is described in the Vedic literature. Adrasta Shruta, never seen or heard before, Adrast. And then, so translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. It is learned from Vedic literature that by performing great sacrifices, one may elevate himself to the heavenly planets. That is why you do a lot of different kind of sacrifices. You could reach the heavenly planets. Or if you perform your Varnashram Dharma perfectly, you could go to the higher planetary system. So that one is Devi Varnashram and one is material Varnashram. So one can go elevate to higher planetary system. Like if you perform 100 times Varnashram Dharma, you could become even as a Brahma. So however, although life on the heavenly planet is hundreds and thousands of times more comfortable than life on earth, the heavenly planets are not pure nirmalam. So heavenly planets are not pure as it is expected of us, are free from the tent of material existence. Tent of material existence is birth, death, old age and disease. Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik, all these sufferings are also there even in the like a higher planetary system. Swargalok, Janlok, Taplok, they also have. Like our Brahma is about 50-year-old at this time, and Indra was so much worried about that my kingdom would be taken. I won't be anymore a king of all the demigods. So naturally, the heavenly planets are also temporary, and therefore they are not the goal of life, because you have to come back again. Shine Punne Mrityu Lokam Vishanti. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, has never been seen or heard to possess inebriety. Inebriety means somebody is inebriety means somebody is a drunkard, and if he is drunkard, then he does not know what he is doing, where he is lying down. He feels everything is nice, and when his intoxication disappears, then he understands to someone. He becomes more sober and inebriety is opposite. Consequently, For your own benefit and self-realization, you must worship the Lord with great devotion. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling to his school friends, as described in the revealed scripture. So you must worship the Lord with great devotion. So devotion is there, and so how they should worship. So he will be telling gradually all these things. So purport, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Shine Punne Mrityu Lokam Vishanti. Even if one is promoted to the higher planetary system by performing great sacrifices, which are accompanied by the sinful act of sacrificing animals. Even in the sacrifices, yajna, there are animals like Ashwamedh yajna, Gomedha yajna. So there are so many goats are being sacrificed in worshipping Durga or Kali. So you could understand that how many, sometimes even Jad Bharat was also sacrificed. So even human beings are also sacrificed. So if you do some sacrifices or yajna, there is a killing and there is a reaction to that killing. It may please some demigod, but ultimately it is not sanctioned by the higher scriptures, or particularly Srimad Bhagavatam. The people, out of their material desires, they do this, but that is kamesthasthya jnana prapadyantya devata. They want to please some different demigods, are fulfilling their different demands or different wishes they want to fulfill, but without devotion. There is no devotion to the demigods. It's just an exchange. There is no love. So, sacrificing animal. The standard of happiness in Swargalok is also not free of disturbances. There is also disturbances like Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. One should see it is a suffering. There is a similar struggle for existence, even for King of Heaven, Indra. He was removed many times from his post. So even Indra or demigods, they are all worried about their positions. Thus, there is no practical benefit in promoting oneself to the heavenly planets. Indeed, from the heavenly planets, one must return to this earth after one has exhausted the results of his pious activities. If you finish your bank balance, then you have to come down and earn again. So this is a karma yoni, or you could perform new karmas. And heavenly planets are bhoga yoni. You could go and enjoy whatever you have done. And in the Vedas it is said, Tad yatheha karma jito lokah shiyante evam eva mutra punya jito lokah shiyata. When shiya means when it is reduced, when you are all the punya reduced, you come down back to the material world. As the material positions are we acquire here by hard work are vanquished in due course of time. One's residence in the heavenly planets is also eventually vanquished. And so residence here in the material world, you have to go and empty, like you are living in some apartment and you don't pay your rent, you are kicked out. And even at the death, you have to again go and take another chola, another body out of 8.4 million species of life, and whatever with that life you have to enjoy or suffer accordingly. So according to one's activities of piety in different degrees, one obtains different standards of life, but none of them are permanent. So all those things are temporary. We are like on a bridge. Our ultimate goal is to go back home, back to Godhead, where Krishna is residing, and live with him perpetually in his devotional service at his lotus feet. So they are all impure. Means all this higher planetary system living there is impure. Consequently, one should not endeavor to be promoted to the higher planetary system, only to return to this earth or descend still lower to the hellish planets. Sometimes people go to the hellish planets also. To stop this cycle of going up and coming down like a yo-yo, or less big wheel. You go up, you go down, you go side by side. So one must take to Krishna consciousness. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore said, Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij. The living entities rotating in the cycle of birth and death, going sometimes to the higher planets, sometimes to the lower planets, but that is not the solution to the problems of life. The real problems of life are birth, death, old age, and disease. And Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik, all these sufferings are there. And nobody for time immemorial, nobody could have stopped all this. Only the way to the solution is to take to Krishna consciousness, and that comes from the revealed scripture. So sadhu, shastra, guru, but through sadhu or shastra and the guru, you can explain to all these things. So one must take shelter of all these things. You must read the revealed scriptures, particularly the Shabda Brahma, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we could know how to become a devotee and how to stop all these problems of the material world. But if by the grace of Krishna, one is fortunate enough to meet a Guru, so that is the beginning. Guru Padashraya. So by the grace of Krishna means you are more and more pious, you do certain Vaidhi Bhakti, you chant, then Krishna reveals you that who should be your Guru. So it is, means purity, you could hear the words of Mahatma, like Paramatma. Paramatma is there, so we should look at the Paramatma, what does he want? And if we hear him, we could hear very, very sincere persons and devoted persons could hear. But if they are impious, they are demoniac, they have asur pravatti, and they don't follow any Vedic culture, purity is not there, then you cannot hear to the message of Paramatma or the higher authorities, or even Krishna, or even the Guru. If you, by the grace of Krishna, one is fortunate enough, Guru and Krishna, both are Prasadepai. Prasada means mercy. So it is by their mercy, not by your activity, that I could do such and such, and I could be, I could perform a devotional service. For devotional service, you need the blessings of a Guru and also Krishna. By both, Krishna. So Guru Padashraya is even more important. So by the grace of Krishna, one is fortunate enough to meet a Guru, a representative of Krishna. One gets the clue to returning home back to Godhead, having achieved self-realization. So what is this self-realization? That I am servant of Krishna. I am part of Krishna. I have been given this body by Krishna. And that because I am the part has to serve the whole. So any part, like hand is a part, our legs are a part. So they should serve the whole, means engage in devotional service. This is what is actually desirable. Bhajatatma labdhai. Bhajan you can get. Labdha means obtaining. One must take to the Krishna consciousness or self-realization. Om Agyantamirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. So, how this Krishna consciousness, how one can become Krishna conscious, and what is wrong with doing all this deity worship, and what is the characteristics of the Prahlad Maharaj. So we'll discuss all these things, and how this Prahlad Maharaj, he was studying with Shandan Amar in their school, and how Shandan Amar. So they were teaching all demonic lessons, how you could become a demon, how you could become like manage and manage the affairs of the kingdom, but in a demonic way, not like a Ram Rajya. So that was his process. So, but he was a surrendered devotee. Can you hear well? Is it okay? Yes, last time I was told.
Yes,
Is
Is it
Mama.
okay?
It's very nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So person to get to a devotional service is not qualified or disqualified. It all depends on his actions and qualities. Anybody could become a devotee. And Prahlad, being naturally attached towards the Lord Vasudev, he was uninterested in childish playing. He would not play with the children, but he will teach them. He will use his time. His mind was fully absorbed and in and overcome by, and it is by Krishna Grahya Grahita Atma. So he was always thinking of Krishna all the time. Prahlad was not aware of his actions, such as sitting, walking. He would not pay attention to what he is eating. He would do it just as a routine, and always his mind was always on Krishna. Lying down, drinking, he would not automatically these actions or whatever is there, that is temporary thing, he will perform, like waking up early, going to bathroom or bathing and clothing and tilak and all these things. They are not the nitya karma. They are just side by side. You have to do those because we have a human body. He would cry, laugh, joyful dance, like all Ashtasakti Bhava will also cover him, and he would shed tears, and he will have symptoms of ecstasy. So spontaneous surrendered devotees, inner atmosphere is always immersed in the love for God. It's लबालब उनका हार्ट भरा रहता है. External atmosphere कुछ भी हो, external atmosphere can be surcharged with non-devotional vibrations. So politics and diplomacy to children, that's what he was, they wanted to teach him. But Prahlad never liked the political philosophy taught by his materialistic teachers. That is all political right now, since it involves thinking in terms of duality of oneself and others. Swa and para, he's me, he's mine, and he's not mine. And we become enemies, we become envious. And so me and mine are swa, me means swa and para. It is, he's my friend, so he's in my group, he's not my friend. And then we try to destroy them, we try to minimize them, we try to become envious of them. So a devotee sees everyone as a part and parcel of God and never creates a materially motivated friendship or envy with others. Even not just human being, but even with the animals, insects, trees, plants, and keep the atmosphere very, very clean. The best thing for all people is to give up the soul degrading blind well of materialistic household life and go to the forest and take shelter of Lord Hari. So these were some instruction, not in materialistic household life, but one can have a devotional household life. Devotional means both wife and husband are taking up Krishna consciousness fully and taking all the whatever is needed to become a good devotee, good grahastha. Grahastha and grah medhi. Medhi means envy. Grah medhi means you are envious of each other, envious of others, and you try to minimize them. You try to become envious. You try to hurt them. So Prahlad peacefully negated their ideologies of their teachers and discriminating between people as friends and enemies, and remained firmly situated in his devotion to Lord. There may be many other views, but do not listen to anyone, not to any another bogus sadhus and so many philosophies. We have to take directly philosophy of Krishna consciousness. So what he is giving to his school children. So Sant Amar taught them about materialistic subjects systemically and unceasingly, but he did not like them. In the absence of their teachers, well, does it help my soul? Am I becoming more and more Krishna conscious? I am reducing my material needs. So unless do I have interest in chanting? Do I have interest in reading or hearing about Krishna Katha? So even his students were, let us play Prahlad. We are very little. We could listen all these things in the old age. But he says that materialistic life is futile. It has no meaning. Intelligent person should perform bhakti right from the child, not later on. Then we become more rigid and we would not be able to learn. The learning is at Kaumarat Acharet Pragya. From Kaumara age, 5-year age, that you could learn all these things. A child could absorb like a sponge, all this atmosphere, all this teaching. They should be brought, the children should be brought to the temple. So they hear, even if they are very young, even less than a year old. But the vibrations of the temple, seeing the devotees, seeing the deities, taking some prasad or chanamrat and talking and spending all the parents should spend certain time in the temple atmosphere, talk to the devotees, listen to the classes. Even you may say that a child can't listen, cannot understand, doesn't matter. But they do listen and they do understand in their own way. Just like Prahlad Maharaj learned even in the womb what to say about outside. So endeavoring for material happiness simply depletes one's life span and results in no substantial benefit. Like we have 100 years and how much time is gone. Prahlad Maharaj is teaching that. in sleeping and playing and educating and earning and maintaining family. So how much is left for you to realize Krishna consciousness? So pleasing him is easy and possible by being merciful to everyone. Nothing is unobtainable if he is satisfied. If Krishna is satisfied, then everything is possible, everything that you obtain. So I received this knowledge of Bhagavad Dharma, Bhakti Yoga from Narad Muni. So Prahlad Maharaj, when the father Hiranyakashipu went to the so all these things, merciful Narad brought my mother to his ashram and he spoke to his mother and he learned in that everything. So we will further that what is our goal of life, that one must understand. And there are quotations of from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So we'll discuss about those also and what is the characteristic. So what is our goal? One must decide. So when you are in a school child, if anybody will ask, what is the goal of your life? Different students will reply differently, different answers. Someone would say that he wanted to become a teacher, others would say I wanted to become a doctor, professor, engineer, postman, or a farmer, and so on. This is like a normal thing, ma'am. So what is everyone want to advance in their career with a specific goal in mind. Creating goals is a very important subject of human life. Animals may have goals, but they have on instincts, they go. So irrespective of the different goals of life, but everyone has a common goal or purpose behind their individual objectives. And what is that objective? Anando Maya Abhyasa. Everyone wants to be happy. And that is, so why does everyone wants to be happy? What is the reason that everyone wants? Why we don't want to die? Why we don't want to suffer? We all want to avoid suffering. So the reason is that the spirit soul is constitutionally Sachidananda, Sachidananda Vigra, Anadir Adhir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karana. So we are also Sachidananda because we are part of Krishna. The soul is Sachidananda. Sat means eternal, Chit means full of knowledge, and Ananda means full of bliss. The soul is eternal, and that is why we do not want to suffer because we are eternal and Ananda. We want to remain in Ananda. And soul is eternal, so we don't want to die and do not want to die. Soul is full of knowledge, and that is why as soon as we wake up in the morning, most of we read newspapers because we want to see some knowledge what is happening. We want to watch the TV and listen, but these are not our. The soul is this is not our goal of the soul. So the soul has been put into this conception of temporary existence, but we are eternal. So we should be put into eternal position, and where the ananda is always increasing. Here, some absence of some suffering, we think it is I'm happy, but really we are not. We have not seen even the happiness, what happiness or what ananda is. Ananda is only with Krishna, and you realize which always increases and never decreases. And why we want that ananda should increase? Because we are part of Krishna, and Krishna is also in the atmosphere that his playfulness, his loving relation with Radharani always increases. Krishna's sweetness always increases. Krishna, when Radharani serves him to his best capacity, to her best capacity, practically everything. Krishna's sweetness by this service increases, and Radharani realizes more and she feels more bliss by serving Krishna. This Krishna is so sweet. So and that is why, as Krishna, he could not enjoy all this, so he had to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to fulfill as these three motivations or three needs or three demands that he could not fulfill as Krishna. So we want, that is the soul's nature, to be always permanently happy in the people make different goals of life so that they can be happy. That is why they want to take. So happiness comes from, how does it come? From love and attachment. Like a mother is attached in the womb to the child. She is not pregnant for say 45, 50 years, and now she feels pregnant and she feels so happy, but it is without even, she has not seen the child, she has not seen how the voice, whether it is male, female, what he is doing, but still she feels happy. So, but when the child comes out, then she is much more happy that she could play with the child, She could feed to the child, she could raise the child, she could talk with the child, she would listen to his in the beginning, like totally bhasha mein bolte hain. They speak some broken words and parents become very, very happy. But the child, that when the child grows up, that attachment and that love goes out. It dwindles. So that is just material way. But if we have the same thing with Krishna, then it will increase more and more. So our mother's love, for the child, but we should love more to Krishna in any of the relationship. Krishna accepts. We also accept 5 primary and 7 secondary relationships. The source of happiness is love. We become happy to receive something that we love. That is the reason why we love each other, our family members, love our community, love our nation, and its people. These are only to be happy. We are developing our loving relationship with so many people and so many material things. Sometimes we love our wife, their children, their house, car, and another loves their pet. But the question remains whether everyone is fully satisfied, even after loving so many people. This is an open secret. No one is happy in the material world, irrespective of their wealth, intelligence, beauty, fame, and so on. So nobody is happy in the material world. So our loving relationship, even if you develop, that is incomplete, that is cannot fulfill us, that cannot give us bliss, that always increases. So, because we are not loving the real and most lovable object. We are not actually know whom to love. So that is another thing. Love makes you happy. In our temple in Khargon, so many young boys and young girls, and the young girls gets a boy or boy gets a girl, they feel they have fulfilled their life's duties, and then they separate also that easily as they meet. So we love different, our love, our mother, father, house, car, cat, anything. So what? So much love for all those temporary things, because that will be broken sooner or later. We are searching for happiness by running aimlessly all over the planet and trying to love someone or something. So then after some time, again we get a good kick, just like she has kicks the ear, and he bleeds from the mouth, from the eye. He cannot even see, but still he just runs behind. After a few minutes, he forgets that there would be kick, and she kicks again another. Dulatti chalata hai gadi. So finally, our dearmost body also kicks us out of our body. So our body also kicks us. The wrong is that we have selected as our lovable object. That we have to know whom to love. We have turned our face away from our truly lovable object, who is God Krishna. Our forgetfulness of our relationship with Krishna has put us in this most precarious situation of material existence. We are ready to love anything but God. Then how can we become happy? Why will loving Krishna gives us real happiness? Someone asks, why to love Krishna? Why not anybody? They say that there is a Paramatma in God, in dog and cats, and we could love them. It is because he is eternal and the soul is eternal also. But loving God, because we love, there is a cat or a dog, they keep and they love them. But real love should be directly to Krishna. Why indirectly? And we don't treat them as Krishna itself. How can an eternal soul be happy? By developing love for a temporary body or bodily related things. The loving Krishna or God is because the soul is part. We are not part of a dog or cat or anything. Goal, the God is Purna, complete, and the spirit soul are his parts. The purpose of part is to serve the whole. God is Prabhu, and the soul is servant. Prabhu means a master. So thus the soul can be happy only by serving God with love and devotion, not by serving. Yes, they are part. There is Paramatma. But we are not loving to Paramatma. We are loving to dog, and we will become doggish mentality. And by this doggish mentality, we have to take birth as dog or cat or deer, just like Bharat Maharaj took birth as a deer, even for a short time, but he became a deer. Even after he elevated in a bhav bhakti. So God has given us this birth, or so we could love him. A loving relationship. He is looking for our love. He is Ananta, so he produces Ananta children. He is the object of love, and soul is the subject of love. When the spirit soul loves God, then the God gives the soul the real pleasure of experiencing all the sweetness or mellows that he has. God enjoys by receiving loving service from the soul, and the soul enjoys by rendering loving service to the Lord. This is the purpose of God's creation, is to love each other. But here we are serving our material body, the bodily related subjects, me and mine. It is not love, but rather it is lust. Krishnendriya, Priti Vancha, Krishnendriya. So Krishna, that we love Krishna's Indriyas to make it happy, then that is prem. And Nijendriya, Priti Vancha, Tarnam Kam. That is Kam or Vasana or lust. Due to the lack of proper knowledge of the loving relationship we have with Krishna, we fall into the darkness of ignorance. Due to this ignorance, we identify with the body as the self, and things related to the body is most dear, mine, me and mine, extended relation, even universal relationship. What to say about district or they, country or family or extended family, but that is even if we love whole universe and not a one universe but millions of universes, still we cannot be happy. So we become lusty after material relationship and achievements and suffer in the material world life after life. The goal of life should be to love only to Krishna. Eke hi Kurunandan. Vyavasayatmika buddhi eke hi Kurunandan. You please only to Krishna and not anyone else. And that too later on, one pair of Radha and Krishna, you love them, decorate them, bathe them, give Shangar. Like right now there is Chandan Yatra. It's very hard. So Krishna loves Chandan. Like this Madhendra Puri got in a dream that you go to Malaya. Malaya means to Jagannath Puri and get the sandalwood. So he got there and anyway he came back. But then he had another dream. So first dream that excavate me. Another dream to go and bring Chandan. Third dream that you don't have to come all the way to Vrindavan, but just worship Shir Chora Gopinath. Me and him are non-different. So Srinathji and Shir Chora Gopinath or Gopinath are non-different. So only to love Krishna. Ananya. Krishna does not want so many demigods or so many other forms of the Lord. They are Swamsa Tattva and Vibhinna Ansha Tattva. We are Vibhinna Ansha Tattva. There are Swamsa Tattvas. But all the Swamsa Tattvas have the power like Krishna, but they don't exhibit it. There is no need for it. But we cannot say that, oh, Ram is half, or this is so much. They have all the full qualification, but they don't exhibit because that is not needed for that particular form of the Lord. But Lord also lives, does never leave Golok Vrindavan, never leaves Vrindavan, but he expands and he could. So from Golok Vrindavan, he is there also and he is here also. And he could be in so many planetary systems. Like there were so many millions of Krishna with all the gopis in the Rastas. When he married 1,16,000 रानियों से मिले, he transformed into that many forms. 16,108. So loving God means to love God along with his creation. So we should love his creation. And it is just like a chaste wife when she marries, then naturally she loves grandfather, father, sisters, brothers of the husband in that relationship and serves them nicely. So same thing, a devotee serves all the creation. This whole creation belongs to Krishna. So we should love that also. We have to become chaste, not that only I will worship Krishna and not his creation. Because creation, they are our brothers and sisters. Even the grass or hoppers or insects, they are all part of Krishna. So loving God means to love along with his creation. We may love all the human beings, but we are killing the animals. That is what Prabhupada, when he would talk to any padri or any priest, he will say that yes, you love Jesus Christ, you worship, that's a good. But why do you kill animals? They have a soul also, and they are equal to us. So we should also not try to hurt anyone and follow the rules and regulation of the scriptures. So love in this material world is limited and artificial. But when we love God, we love everyone. Whether one is your family member or someone else's family member, whether we belong to the country or another country, it's not that I'm Indian, so I will love only Indians. I will love everybody. Everybody is part of Krishna. So knowing that everyone is part and parcel of Krishna, this is loving God is so great. We can turn the whole world into one family just by keeping God in the center of our lives. So Prabhupada said that he has made a house in which everybody can live. That means by loving the relationship. So, but why the human beings are special? That is, so the human beings have some special goal in their lives and that they want to achieve. So ultimate purpose of all these goals is just how to live nicely, which can be categorized as how to eat, that is for animals, how to sleep nicely, how to have sex nicely, and how to defend yourself nicely. So human goals are not really different from goals of the another animals. Then what makes us a difference? The difference that dharmo hi eko adhiko vishesho. Dharma naina pashubi savana. So one thing that inquisitiveness we have, and then and others are other human beings who don't inquire about the real goal of life or Krishna or God, then they are royal editions of animals, sophisticated animals. So human life must have some higher and better things than to be inquisitive about and must have some higher goal. So higher thing that we should be inquisitive for, that is when Shastra is saying, Vedanta Sutra is saying, Athato Brahma Jigyasa, that now you have a human life, human form of life. Now you inquire about a Brahma, who is the greatest, who is God, and what to relation, why we are suffering. So we should have our relationship, Sambandha Gyan, Abhidya, the process, the goal, that all should be there. Sambandha, Abhidya, Prayojan, Nam, so these three should be there. So Dharma Swanishchita Punsham, Vishwakshena Kathasuya, Notpadayed Yati Ratim, Shamaye Vahi Kevalam. One may be a very learned scholar and execute his prescribed duty very nicely, but if it does not ultimately become inquisitive about the supreme personality of Godhead and is indifferent to Shravanam Kirtanam, that is hearing and chanting is a must. All that he has done is but a waste of time. So Mayavadi philosophers who do not understand the relationship, how Mayavad philosophy is, they think that something void is that God has no form, he has no intelligence, he has no liking, or he does not have any attributes, but it is all because of God. Like you could see a mango tree, when the leaves and branches, but that is you have not really seen the mango. Mango means not just you have even the raw mango in your hand, but unless just by touching, seeing, you have not realized the reality. But you have to wait till it ripens, and then you eat that. Then you realize that. Same thing Krishna, not by he's great, he's this, or he's like Brahmajyoti spread. No, you have to have a relationship with Krishna. So if we are part of God, then what is our relationship with God? The goal and perfection of human life is to know our relationship with God. So love, what is love and how to love Krishna and what is the lust? So there are all, yes, as I said, that when you love God, you love everyone. So there are so many different goals of life are there, but our real goal of life is to somehow please Him. It's not that brahmacharya is the real goal of life or becoming a grahast is the goal of life. Real goal of life is to whatever is dormant, our loving relationship with Krishna is awakened. Everybody has a relationship with Krishna, but we have forgotten that we are covered. So when it is uncovered, then we understand that serving God is the highest thing. So Bhagavatam also said that Yenne Arvindaksha Vimukta Maninah Tavai Ast Bhavat Avishuddha Buddhaya Aruvya Krachena Parampadam Tata Patanti Adhonyad Yushvat Angraha, that they fall down from their position if they think that by so many they are merging with the God. Means, see, there are different levels of achievements that one can have, different levels. One may be so we will talk from Chaitanya Charitamrita discusses all those things in much more detail, and we will go on some of those parts. One is O Lord, although the living entity who have accepted material bodies are spiritual and unlimited in number, if they were all pervading, there would be no question of their being under your control. If they are accepted, however, as particles of the eternally existing spiritual entity, as part of you, unless we have a central relationship, central is Krishna, and we love around Krishna, or to Krishna, and then through Krishna, others would also, they are also become our friends because they are also part of Krishna. So the unlimited living entity can be divided into two divisions. There are many, those that can move and those that cannot move. So movable and unmovable. Jangam and they remain at one place. So there are two different kinds, Sthavar and Jangam. Sthavar who remains in one place, Jangam that who moves, those that can move and those. So this is very clearly described in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana and Rupa Goswami. If they could move, there are birds, aquatics, animals, like trees cannot move, stones cannot move. Among the followers of the Vedic knowledge, so some are followers of the Vedic knowledge, some do not follow. Most are following the process of fruitive activity, karma kan, distinguishing between good and bad work. Out of many such sincere fruitive workers, fruitive means that we work hard to produce some fruits and enjoy those fruits to please our senses. And they may be one or so koti gyan, so they are in knowledge, many millions of such wise men. One may actually become liberated, mukta, and out of many millions of such liberated persons, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna is very difficult to find. Because of a devotee, Krishna Bhakta Nishkam, Atev Shant, Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi Kami, Sakale Ashant. So Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi Kami, they are all Ashant, not peaceful, not happy. And that is what is in the material world. Bhukti means they do Vedic culture knowledge, but going to higher planetary system. That is their goal. So they may enjoy all this. Whether they are one and ashram, there is a spiritual divisions, brahmacharya, grahastha, brahmacharya, vanprastha, grahastha, sannyas, and there is a material division. I mean, working division. Working division is that one is Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahman is the head, and all are equal. One should not think it is by their previous. It's not that Brahman is higher or Vaishya is higher. Everybody is in the same category, and anybody can love Krishna and serve Krishna. Shudras serve by working for others, are working for businessmen can build temples and do business for Krishna. Kshatriya protect Krishna's kingdom, and Brahman use the knowledge. So the devotee of the Lord Krishna is desireless, he is peaceful. Fruitive workers desire material enjoyment. Jnanis desire liberation. So Jnanis want to be merged with the effulgence of Krishna. And that they do fall down from there. That's what we read. Yenne Arvindaksha Vimukta Manita. When their punya becomes seen, they go down, then they come back again to the material world. And yogis, they want to obtain some yogic siddhis, anima, mahima, lagima, garima. all these things. Desire material opulence. Therefore, they are all lusty and cannot be peaceful. Mukti. Mukti means to merge with Krishna or effulgence, bodily effulgence. Sayujya Mukti, that is hellish because you cannot serve Krishna. Very service attitude. That is impeded because you want to become one with God. You are Narayan, I am Narayan. Namo Narayan. But we are really part of Krishna, servant of Krishna. That is not our nature to merge with Krishna, and neither the soul can merge. Only supreme enjoyer is Krishna. One will perform all kinds of sacrifices, penances, austerities in order to attain Krishna's devotional service. Just like Krishna is the supreme being, the proprietor of all the material worlds, and therefore throughout the entire universe, he is the only enjoyer and beneficiary. Uktaram, Yagyatapasam, Sarvalokam Maheshwaram, Shuhadam, Sarvabhutanam, Yajgyatva, Mam Shantim Vrichyati. See, Krishna Bhakta has no desire for his own personal benefit. He is completely protected by the Supreme Lord. Means he says that Yogakshemam Vahamyam, Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashati. And I will provide whatever is yoga, unite with what is not there, and Shema means he will protect also what he has already given. So Muktanam api Siddhanam Narayana Parayana. Narayan Parayana means one who is fully surrendered to Krishna, Narayan Parayana. Sudurlabha Prashantatma Kodishwa api Mahamuni. That among many siddhis and maham, there is hardly one pure devotee of Narayan. Only such a devotee is actually completely satisfied and peaceful. And this important verse, Brahmanda Brahmati Kaun, Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij. So according to their karma, all living entities are wandering throughout the entire universe. Some of them are being elevated to the upper planetary system, and some are going down into the lower planetary system. Out of many, these yakshas and siddhas and charanas and apsaras, they're all higher than the human beings. Out of many millions of wandering living entity, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master. So by the grace of Krishna, if you are pure, then Krishna will direct you, and then your guru will direct you to Krishna, how to become serve Krishna, how to become fully God conscious. And then there is Bhakti Lata. When a person receives, Guru gives the seed of devotional service. He should take care of that by becoming a gardener and sowing the seed in his heart. If he waters the seed gradually to the process of Shravan and Kirtan, that should be continued. Hearing and chanting, the seed will begin to sprout. And chanting holy name would be watering process also. And you should protect it from the weeds and from other animals, and not doing any Vaishnava Prad, that is like a mad elephant. If comes to your garden, whole garden would be ruined, uprooted. So one should not do anything that will damage your garden, and this will penetrate one universe, then all the universe is covering, then go through the Siddhalok or Brahma Jyoti, and then go through the Vaikuntha planets to the Krishna's lotus feet in Golok Vrindavan. And it will sprout, grow there, encircle the seed, and will produce the fruit of love of God. So he will become a fully surrendered to Krishna. And so these are the ways one waters the Bhakti Lata, the seed sprouts, the creeper is growing, being situated in one's heart and being watered by Shravanam Kirtanam, the Bhakti's creeper grows more and more. In this way, it attains the shelter of the desired tree of the lotus feet of Krishna. It is eternally situated in the planet known as Golok Vrindavan, in the topmost region of the spiritual sky. So when in this way, he increases his situation more and more. And so something that how Krishna will kiss you also. So Krishna wants to kiss us also, and how we could do. So arising above the demands of one's body, we should get out of one's bodily demand and mind also, body and mind, and we should ascend to the spiritual platform. Because body and mind is temporary, it is material, and satisfying the mind and the body are the senses. Body is made of group of senses. It would not, it is very flickering, that happiness is temporary, it goes away. So transcendence is beyond matter, and thus any material desire have no place in the devotional service. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhyanavratam anukulena krishnano sevanam bhaktir uttama. That anukulena krishnano, it should anukul to Krishna. Krishna does not want that you may become very fatty or eat or fulfill your senses, and because we are part of Krishna, we cannot be happy with the material atmosphere. Like a fish cannot be happy out of the water. So unless we are in the spiritual atmosphere, we cannot be happy. That's why a devotee wants the desire. Mama Janmani Janmaneshwarar Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahetu Kirtavai. Without any spiritual, the Lord is the only spiritual desire, unallied devotional service. Jewish spiritual nature is an eternal servant of Krishna. That is our business, is to engage in the service of the Lord lovingly. This pure unallied love is the intrinsic nature of the jiva. That is there, that is natural. And anything artificial is artificial in the material world. Because we are not the matter, we are not the body. Body is dead, we are the spirit soul. And the spirit soul's eternal nature is to love Krishna and serve Krishna. A spontaneous service to Sham Sundar is the inherent activity. So as soon as one has material desires, one loses his spiritual identity. Then all the paraphernalia of one's life, including one's senses, body, religion, passions, intelligence, are deviated from one's original Krishna consciousness. As soon as one has material desire, one cannot properly use his senses, intelligence, mind, and so on for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of God. If we use our senses, then Krishna cannot be happy. One has material desires, but if you want to please, we have to please, serve Krishna, because we have this body. You use your Rishikesha, Rishikena, Sevanam Bhakti. So use these senses in not satisfying your senses, but Krishna's senses. We should sacrifice our material enjoyment. That is not a punishment. It is a really reward. Devotees sacrifice all personal interest to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Similarly, the Supreme Lord, although having no personal interest, can do anything for the interest of his devotees. So, a pure devotional service, the only motive should be to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is not actually a motive, that is the pure condition of the living entity. Work only for the benefit of Krishna. That is the real renunciation. And do not do anything for one's own sake. Pure devotees are not desirous of any material enjoyment, nor are they averse to it. They completely dovetail their desires with the desire of the Lord and perform nothing on the personal account. Lord is revealed not by one's speculative power or by one's verbal jugglery over the absolute truth. He reveals himself. See, this is a bhakti, is a revelation. Bhakti is a mercy. Bhakti is a Krishna's blessings to us. Bhakti, not that you can just buy bhakti. You could ask for bhakti, laulyam api ekle mulyam. But the real thing is when Bhakti Lata Beej is shown by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. You cannot show that by whatever scholarships you have, whatever money you have, whatever your business, bank balance, your beauty, whatever you have, you cannot become a devotee unless you serve a spiritual master and then a pure spiritual master, and then under his direction you serve Krishna, not independently. Serve Krishna with love for his pleasure only is the greatest privilege. Pure devotees ask the Lord only for the privilege of serving him. This is our real independence, that we could serve him or the Maya. If we want anything else, it is a sign of our misfortune. The Lord can be known only by the sincere mood of eagerness for service. That is what is laulyam, and not by any amount of material qualification. Any material qualification does not make Krishna happy. So there should be spontaneous rati. There is a bhav bhakti, Then there is a Prema Bhakti or Rati. There is a Vaidhi Bhakti and there is a Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga is like a Rati. And so we should have Raganuga Bhakti. The Vaidhi Bhakti, you follow the footprints of the Raganuga, following the gopis in their footprints. But Vaidhi is under rules and regulation. So rules and regulation in the beginning is necessary until it clears our heart. Then later on, it's not that you give up the rules and regulation. What you do it is spontaneously, like when you learn driving a car, you watch so many things, but it becomes so natural that you could be listening to the music, you could eat also, you could talk also. So same thing, the practice serving Krishna, it becomes very, very spontaneous, not forced. A devotee's mind is always calm, quiet, desireless. Thus is always anyabhislashita shunyam jnana karma dhyanavata. Having no desire other than to serve Krishna as his personal servant, friend, father, mother, or conjugal love. Devotee's association with Krishna, a devotee is always very calm and cool. The idea is to enter into the para bhakti. Para means transcendental devotional service to the Supreme Lord. One does not need great wealth, education, opulences. One does not need any of those things. What one needs is Krishna consciousness. And Krishna consciousness means thinking of Krishna. He is our savior, he is our provider. Everything is Krishna. So, my charge is Prabhupada's ambition was to give unadulterated loving service to every living entity. Why then should we stop his attempt with our material desires and mental concoction? Bhakti means spontaneously responding to Krishna. Mam chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena simte sagunan samtitetan brahma bhoyaya kalpate. So we will stop here. Let me just put the charger back, and then if you have any comments or questions, we can discuss on all of those. So please give me another few seconds until I put the charger back into the socket. वो थैली में था नहीं, वहां तो बयान में थैली वहां रख ली से दो घड़ी लग अच्छा हां रखा टेबल पर चेयर पर खड़ी यहां से तो ले चार्जर पड़ी वो Oh, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Kripa, Prabhu. You are in Canada?
Yes, Maharaj. Calgary.
Oh, Calgary. Okay. So nice to see
Alberta. You. Yes. Nice to see you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. For a whole hour, you were talking about our goal, which is just to love Krishna and nothing else. Very beautiful class. It was very concentrated, as you beautifully explained, the purpose of the part is to serve the whole. So as we are this part and parcel of Krishna, and we can only be happy, as you were explaining, only if we serve the Krishna, only if we serve Krishna, because we can have other relations. And you explained very beautifully, actually, that as creation is created by God, so we are actually supposed to love everyone who is created by God. Not only relations, you were also saying, but even the creepers, you were saying, even the animals, everyone. And that is so true. But in the final, as you said, a wife is, loving all the relations around, but her goal is only loving her husband, and that's how, being part and parcel of Krishna, we respect everyone and we respect even the demigods, but our goal is to love Sham Sundar only, to love him only. That's very beautiful. That's very beautiful, Maharaj. Very beautiful class. Maharaj, I was thinking at a certain point you were in a Grasta ashram, and then you went, to ISKCON under guidance of Srila Prabhupada, and everybody start calling us Prabhus and Matajis, and then at a certain point of life, we change our life. It's not easy, but it's very beautiful. ISKCON is very beautiful. We leave everything for pleasure of Guru. And then at a certain point of life, I was thinking, when my kids are grown up and in a job or a business, whatever they want to do, I will just go and serve in Vrindavan. So how is this mood, Maharaj? How you feel like you are not in New Jersey anymore? You lived in a very beautiful place, but now you are in India serving all the time. So is this good, Maharaj? Is this good, or we should be looking at a local level to serve? But then one thinks, Arey Baba, local level, there is such a big congregation, I can go. But even if I go there, even there are many devotees who are already serving. So Maharaj, how to look in this future? Like what should we aspire for?
See, it's a nice question. Nice that you want to go and spread Krishna consciousness more and more. But also there is a Prabhu Pradadda Desh. Means Krishna directs you, if you are sincere to serve, then we have to go to some places like Prabhupada send somebody to China, even Bangladesh, or even to Pakistan, or even to so he sent Germany, Japan, London, go everybody. He did not say that you stay here. He says whatever you learn as post master, you deliver that same knowledge. You don't have to add up or delete anything of your own. Just give that, and then wherever. So you have to listen to the Paramatma in the heart by praying to him that please guide me if you have sincere desire to spread Krishna consciousness and serve. And then it should be sincere prayer, sincere desire, not that I will feel better there, people will respect me more and more, I will be able to earn more, but how I could bring so many people who are wandering without aimlessly, without Krishna consciousness. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction is there, Brahmanda Brahmatya, on Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij, that by the mercy. So Brahman, so many people that, but we have to see, Bharat Bhumita Hela Manushya Janmayar, Janma Sartha Kari, Paropakar. So we have to do Paropakar is bringing the forgotten souls to back to the lotus feet of Krishna. If there are already many preachers and you cannot add up more, means everywhere there is service is needed. But if Krishna will direct you, that's where you can go and preach more and more. It's not such a that I can go there or there, not whimsically, but it should be a planned way to spread Krishna consciousness.
Okay, Maharaj, very beautiful. Also, I now remember you explained very beautifully, Bhakti Lata Prasade by Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Lata Bij. That Guru Maharaj has sown this seed of bhakti in our heart, and now it's our duty to grow this beej of bhakti by chanting. And you are explaining how to protect this, and association of devotees is there. We can protect this bhakti lata beej by the different, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, and also of course Vaishnava Parad we should avoid to do. Very, very beautiful class. Just was concentrated on what our goal of life is. Maharaj, there is a question in chat box from Jyoti Mataji. Jyoti Mataji is asking, Dandavat Pranam, how and when does a devotee of Lord receives donation without asking? So this is one question, Maharaj. How and when does a devotee of Lord receives donation without asking?
Okay, let us go one by one. So you do all the whatever activity of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada has started Aarti, Kirtan before and after, and Pravachan, and then if people are naturally to run a temple, it's not be for self benefit. It should be for benefit of the overall, like the temple are paying certain thing, are paying some needy devotees there. So one should accept that. You should not reject. If somebody is donating to you without asking, one should take it wholeheartedly and give him some prasad, some mercy. And not that like one time in Vrindavan, somebody was giving a whole swing, like this swing of, it was silver swing, big swing that you could swing Radha and Krishna. And then it is too opulent and what we will do, and he refused. And Prabhupada really chastised him. Later on, he gave it to somebody else. So it's not that if somebody is giving, you are asking a question, why one should refuse it? If you are using it for Krishna's service, Sudama got so much opulence like even Indra, heaven, king of the heaven, and he used all in Krishna's service. He did not enjoy for himself. So there is nothing wrong with that. And even for asking, that is also not, if you are asking for Krishna, we are all Brahmanas, and Brahman has a duty to beg also, but not out of greed, not out of to satisfy your senses or your extended family senses, but for Krishna's senses. Means general prachar. If you have money, build temples. If you have money, print books and distribute this. So even Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, when he saw people are fighting, when they were fighting, then they said that break the temple marble, sell it, and print books. So this is, so for preaching, for maintenance of the temple and the deities, you could accept and you could ask also and announce that please give us to maintain the temple, give us to maintain the devotees. Because every endeavor takes any kind to run a society. You need land, you need some organization, and you need the funds. So those are all necessary. Okay.
Very true.
We cannot ignore that it is not a greedy.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji, Dandvat Pranam. Maharaj Ji, neither I am connected to temple nor I am doing any services. I am not even doing my own services that I wanted to do, the book distributions and all. Still I am getting donations. So I wanted to know what exactly a Lord wants from me, what wants me to do. Why he is giving donation? What exactly I'm supposed to do? That's was my question to you.
Okay.
Because it's so
Calgary भेज दो.
I'm receiving a donation. I'm becoming very happy, and I don't know how I should reciprocate to Lord in this regard.
You should thank the Lord and give to some nearby temple, give it to us, give to where it could be utilized the most. See, my whole reason of coming to India, I was in America, I was earning a good way of whatever salary or making money. But when I thought that we waste so much money in just getting permission, Rath Yatra and some protection, Shadam. So why not to go to such a place where same money could make so much programs, so much services. You could bring a beautiful temple. So let so many people come. So wherever it is, so you should not use that money for yourself. That is first thing. People are giving. You are so nice. You are so sweet. So take it and then give it to the temple, print books, or have something that it could benefit so many other people in coming to Krishna consciousness. Have so whatever way you could utilize, you should. Krishna will guide you.
Very beautiful.
Yes, yes, Maharaj Ji, I will give to my Shiksha Guru. Because of him, I came in Krishna consciousness. Maharaj Ji, I have a second question. Could you please help me to understand?
Sure. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yes. Maharaj, first of all, thank you. Very beautiful, because we are actually building a temple here in Calgary. Our temple is like now, getting very small. Congregation is growing so much. Sunday we can't fit in. So we just bought a land, Maharaj, for about, it's $2 million that we paid for the land. But now we need another $4 to $6 million. Northern America is not easy to build. Everything coast, contractors, and whatnot. So everywhere we go, we even ask $50, $100, whatever, people can use in Krishna service. Every single dollar is more than welcome, Maharaj. Anything, even money coming for any source, we are just announcing now for DTs. So more money coming for DTs, we know it's going towards temple only. So Jyoti Mata, if you have extra money, you can also send to Calgary congregation, please. We'll accept.
No, that's fine. That's what you explained is right. See, utilizing that money, we will be thieves. We will be stealing Krishna's money. That money that has been given is for Krishna or propagation of Krishna consciousness. Krishna
Maharaj,
wants
our last drop of blood should be used for Krishna service only, not for ourselves, Maharaj. So true.
Right.
Maharaj, second question from Mataji actually is, you told us long back, so Maharaj, she is referring to you. You told us long back, Krishna snatch everything is mercy of Lord. Can you please elaborate in this detail? Maharaj, is a verse.
Yeshyaham anugrahami anugrahnami harishyet dhanam shanai. That is from Bhagavatam, and that if we by normal way don't want to Krishna consciousness, but in our heart we want to become Krishna conscious, but your opulence is stopping you to become Krishna conscious. Then he gradually takes away your money, and that way your friends would not be much more there to disturb you, to bother you, and think of something to increase the money again and again. So he takes away, so that way your mind is absorbed in Krishna rather than the how to grow money.
True, Maharaj, true. When Krishna really loves, he takes away everything. And Srila Prabhupada is the best example for that. Srila Prabhupada tried to do everything, and Krishna
But then he provided so much when he started using it for his service. Before also he was using it anyway. He wanted to give any attachment to the family and earning, and he wanted to open some another pharmacy or whatever it is. But it's a Krishna's mercy. In the heart, he is so pure and he wanted to spread Krishna consciousness.
100%.
He made league of devotees and others just to spread Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, he had no goal in life other than spreading Krishna. That's for sure, Maharaj. Okay, dear devotees, if nobody has any more questions. Oh no, Maharaj, sorry. Maharaj, Hemi Mataji has her hand raised. Hemi Mataji, Hare Krishna Dara Pranam. Can you unmute yourself, Mataji? Okay, perfect.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Danvat Pranam Maharaj, a beautiful class. Thank you so much for that. My question is actually not my question. This question was posed by somebody else and I don't know the answer. So in Srila Prabhupada, in his books, has referred to the Devi Devtas as demigods. So the question was, why did he say demigods? Why did he not say Devi Devta in these books?
See, it is just Hindi to English, English to Hindi. अब देवी देवता उसी को वो डेमिगॉड के लोग उनको भगवान जैसे मानते हैं. So they are not full भगवान, they are just servant of भगवान. Servant of a big king is also enjoys everything like the king. So what I'm just saying, that demigod means they are not should be worshipped as God. They are his officers, managers, directors for different affairs in the universes. Because it's not that Krishna needs all this assistance, but he gives them the opportunity to serve him in that respect. Like Indra, Indrari Vyakulam Loke Muralayanti Yuge Yuge. If there is somebody's Ari means Shatru of Indra, then he really revenges that why did you do to my appointed like king of the demigods. So he protects his he appoints them and he protects them also. Even if they do something wrong, he chastises for some time, but then again he puts them back in the position because he is the one who has appointed them. They have done certain, say like if they have done Shatakratu, if they do 1,000 sacrifices, they could become Indra. So it is like some scriptural injunction is there for becoming a Brahma or Indra. So if they perform, then they should get that position. Otherwise, Krishna's saying would become wrong. So he gives them the position, but then they have to maintain that position also. They have there is a position, then there is a duty along that. There are certain things to follow. If some don't follow, then they give up lose their job, or becomes like they are punished also. Like Indra was punished. They have certain duties to do. So demigods and देवी देवता, हम हिंदी में देवी देवता कहते हैं और इंग्लिश में उनको प्रभुपाद ने डेमीगॉड कहा. Demi does not mean demons. Demi means they are not even fully, they are materialistic devotees. They are not pure devotees also. Pure devotees would not want to become demigod or some position. Even they don't want even not only Indra's position, but even Swarga, Apavarga, even one of the liberation of the 5 kinds of liberation they don't want. They want just to serve Krishna and please him. So that is a pure devotional service. Means going to this Vaikuntha Loka is beyond Vaikuntha Loka is Krishna Loka. And we are all part of Krishna and serve Krishna in Krishna Loka. So we belong there. So one may become like, let me just tell you, somebody Samip, their chair is near the near Narayan, Sarupya. They become same form as Narayan. Samipya, Sarupya, Sarsti, same opulences as Krishna. And same planet as Krishna, like where it is in the same place, Vaikuntha Loka, but nearby, not the same exactly the chair. But this person wants to assure, Saiji Mukti means he wants to assure the chair of Krishna himself. He wants to become Krishna. And that is the greatest danger of Mayavad. We are two Advaita, not Advaita, but Dvaita. Krishna is the greatest, he is the Vibhu, we are Anu. We cannot have the same thing as Krishna or Narayan. We are servants of Narayan. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for explaining very beautifully what is demigods in Srila Prabhupada books, because it's repeated. And that's true. Mataji, very nice. You humbly said that was somebody else's question and you're asking. And that's good. Clearing our doubts is what we are doing in Srimad Bhagavatam sessions, contemplating on Krishna. Shamagori Mataji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam, August Srila Prabhupada. Very, very wonderful class, Maharaj. Very nicely you explain about the devotional service and Brahmanda Bhamite Kona Bhagyavana Jina Guru Krishna Prasadipai Bhakti Lata Beach. It's all mercy of Guru and Krishna. We got this devotional service. Without Srila Prabhupada, we would have not been sitting here and listening to the class and joining the Zoom. It's all the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. He came to America and spread the Krishna consciousness all over the world. Thank you so much.
Not all over the world. I want to become Krishna conscious.
Yeah.
So we have to preach to ourselves and follow the rules and regulations also. But thank you so much for giving opportunity. Calling me to give time to time. I don't have any fixed times, but whenever you call me, I'm ready to give the class. Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much for your wonderful service.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maharaj. That's very merciful of you to give your time to spread Krishna consciousness and to guide us, because that's all what we need, Maharaj. So, dear devotees, if nobody has any more questions or comments, let us pay our humble obeisances to Maharaj and all the assembled Vaishnavas on the call. Everybody can unmute themselves, right? Yes. Vancha kalapataru bhashyacha.
Vancha kalpatarupesha kripa sindhu namo namaha.
Jai. Srila Prabhupada ji ki jai. Samik Rishi Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you,
so
Prabhuji.
much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Gauranga Nityananda.
Gauranga.
Haribol.